All SIM cards issued and linked to the country's telecommunication companies are compelled and mandated for enrollment and documentation in accordance with the newly inked SIM card registration law to include SIM cards used purely for roaming. PTV senior correspondent Alan Francisco has more.
Way back, the islands of Sacol, Tigtabon, and Pangapuyan in Zamboanga had difficulty in receiving cell phone calls and text messages because of their unreliably slow internet connection. But not anymore, because the Department of Communications and Information Technology, or DICT, with the help of other groups, has laid out and put into action the Broadband Masa program as instructed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. With this program, free digital connectivity will be provided to far-flung and remote areas in the country, just as he had promised in his State of the Nation address, and well within his 100 days in office as a president of the country. DICT Secretary Ivan Jan Uy also went to Masa project sites to personally check the internet connectivity status.
Ito po ay katuparan ng pangako ni President Bongbong na abutin natin ang mga liblibang lugar sa buong bansa at we thought it would be best to start from the farthest and at least the most remote areas in the country.
After the successful installation, we said that the residents are overjoyed and full of gratitude because they no longer need to go by boat to Zamboanga City just to connect to the internet.
Dati po kasi they have to take a 200 peso bangka ride from that island to Zamboanga City in order to attend classes or in order to speak to their relatives abroad. Kasi sa Zamboanga City lang may signal para makakonect sila. So, magba-Viber.
Yusuf, an elementary school teacher in Sacol Island for over a decade, had to endure the long and miserable ordeal of having no online access and contact to the rest of the country and world at large. But those harsh times are over because there is free and dependable internet service in the island and elsewhere that the Marcos Jr. government promised and kept.
Isa po sa pinakamalaking problema namin sa mga teachers, especially ngayon more on online po ang mga submission ng report. So kung may mga due po na kailangan i-submit and then nandito kami, napakahirap po talaga maghanap ng signal para makasubmit ng online. So at the same time, yung mga bata din, especially yung mga high school, pahirapan din sila po mag-research. So ang pagkakaroon nito ng internet connection through the DICT sa Sacol Island, specifically sa Landang Laon, malaking tulong po ito, hindi lang sa amin mga teachers, kung hindi sa mga kabataan din.
The DICT Secretary admitted though that only 7 of 10 people in the countries have connectivity or access online given government's limited financial and human resources and the country's archipelagic makeup. Then again, the government is working hard to bridge the 30% gap eventually.
But I'm thankful that based on the information we had from Congress, mukhang maaari nilang madagdagan. So kung madagdagan nila yung budget, mas malawak po ang ating aabutin nitong broadband ng Masa project natin.
Likewise, the Secretary announced that the Starlink Internet of American billionaire Elon Musk will be activated in the country by next year.
Ngayon, by next year, once na-activate na yung Starlink at naririto na sa Pilipinas yung operations nila, mas mapapadali po. Dahil instead of building towers, we just have to bring the satellite dishes there.
Meanwhile, Secretary Uy clarified that roaming SIM cards also have to be registered under the SIM Card Registration Act signed by President Marcos Jr. He adds that all SIM cards issued by or linked to telecommunication companies need to be registered. Alan Francisco, for The Nation.